Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance, and you're going to need a ball. Tennis ball would be perfect for what we're about to do. Not a big volleyball, something small-ish. Tennis ball, racquetball. You could use a golf ball. We're going to place this ball on the back of the body once we get onto all fours. We're going to be doing a series of things on all fours that work to continue to stabilize the spine. And we can't move fast if we want to work on this. We're going to work in simple places and we're going to work slowly to really observe what's going on in the torso. Now, when you place this ball on your back, you want to be able to place it in a lumbar curve. And it might roll forward and back on your spine, but it shouldn't roll off to the side. If it rolls off to the side, that's a sign that you are twisting or lifting on one side in some way. So we start with very simple things, and you would try and lift a leg and an arm and keep that ball where it is. And you could try the other side. So this is considered very simple. And so then to challenge it, we could start moving the leg around more or moving the arm around more and just seeing what happens. Does that ball roll off? Again, it might roll forward and back, but it shouldn't be rolling off. And we would do the other side. So this is opposite arm and leg, moving them around in interesting ways, trying to keep the torso still. Noticing if that ball is rolling, especially if it rolls off. Now, as we continue working toward more strength around that stability, we would do things like curl the toes under. Now I have my hands right under my shoulders, knees under my hips. It's a fairly close table position. I curl the toes under and I'm going to hover the knees and work in lifted table. So my knees are about an inch off the floor. And as I do this, I'm going to turn to face more to the camera. As I do this, we're going to try and lift just one hand, shifting your weight over to one side and seeing, can you lift the hand off without dropping the ball? And then we shift to the other side. Can you lift the hand without dropping the ball? Now it just so happens I've gotten better at this, but when I first tried to do this, I actually found I had to lift my knees up high and turn my body, and there went the ball, because I didn't have enough strength to keep my torso still. So how did I work on it? I didn't try and force myself to keep my torso still and never be able to lift my hand. I went ahead and lifted my hand with all those compensations until I could lift with less compensation and less compensation. So it's a process of building. After you get good at the hands, you can also try lifting the feet. I actually am barely successful with the feet. But again, we put the ball there, we hover, and we see, can we shift the weight and pick one foot up? And you can see I'm really struggling. And then can we do it with the other one? And that one's easier. And so we continue to build. This would actually move toward crawling, moving one leg, one hand at a time, moving forward without the ball falling off. But what I really want you to notice is, what are the ways in which you compensate if you can't do it yet? Lifting the knees higher is a good one. Letting your body twist as much as you need to make that movement happen. Fine. So if I don't have the ball and I'm not worried about it falling off, and I shift my weight and I try and pick that foot up and I can't, I could twist a little or go a little higher to where I can lift it, and then work there for a while until I come lower. There's lots of ways to move forward with this, but that's a nice start. Grab a ball, put it on your spine, start playing on all fours, and see what happens. The other thing is, crawling could start not on your hands and feet. It could be on your hands and knees. And you would still try and keep your torso still as you reach one hand forward and the opposite knee, other hand forward, opposite knee, trying to keep that ball from rolling around or rolling off. And then you go backwards, one limb at a time. When you get to where you're fairly still one limb at a time, you move the leg and arm together. And I have trouble on this one side. I want to really tip and the ball wants to roll off. So in practicing, it becomes both the work and a diagnostic tool. You can discover differences between the sides. play with a ball in your back. Play on all fours. See what happens.